of Wild Card Weekend on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. With that, we're off to Arrowhead for the call from Kansas City. We'll hand it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you as always. EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold-out Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Kansas City Chiefs. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. As we get a peek at the former Red Raider and 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. They go play fake. Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First carry for the ex-Utah State Aggie, Darwin Thompson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It's Kelce on the ground. There he goes right side. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, 53 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, this has been a quick strike offense all season long, finding many different ways to manufacture big plays.
They had a big playoff preview today in the papers, and it was about who would set the tone. Well, they just set the tone right there. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
Don't need it all back at once. You figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well. They're a perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, ready! 30 base. Go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blocker. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Looking to throw. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
And it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game. And that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. Only a yard on the 3rd down throw. That leads to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. What you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hit a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that 4th seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get those.
I think that that's the reason you have divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason. The champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run hasn't worked the last couple plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. And the offensive unit now for the Jaguars.
And what a tough environment to roll into. On the road, playing one of the better teams in the league, obviously, because this is the playoffs. So what do teams talk about? Bringing their own momentum, bringing their own energy on the road, because you know you won't get any from the home crowd.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Time to check the defensive starters here for Kansas City. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And they needed to be, because that game was a game you don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and they got it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the 1st down.
This one out quickly to Westbrook. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
The wide receiver, the ball carrier. Go now. 8 gainers.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
Like
Come on.
One?
What does that mean, break up? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Mahomes going to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 4 yards of pickup, first down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Thompson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Jags and Leonard Fournette making their way onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Lawrence firing quickly here, and that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Lawrence. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yards. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Mahomes. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Miles Jack there to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That goes for a Chiefs 1st down, 14 yards. Looking to throw is Mahomes. To the right side is Kelsey. First down for the Chiefs. Solid chunk of yardage, 17 on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. To Thompson on the draw. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw that misses the target, incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So he gets a shot at atoning for the earlier miss here in the first half and able to knock it through.
And what a relief for him, don't you think? Because how many games have we done where kickers missed one early and never got a chance to atone for it the rest of the game? That's a lot to carry around.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes his field general once more, leading his offense back on the field. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off because they do know that they are trying.
And, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. To throw on 2nd down, Lawrence. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Fournette, a first down carry.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up the first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So a good one by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lawrence completes it to Lee. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the close fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And that's the obvious risk you run with a long field goal, lower trajectory, greater chance of having it blocked like it was.
And a lot more pressure on your protection team because, as you noted, longer field goal, it's going to come out a little bit lower. So that means you got to get those hands down and out of the lanes. That didn't happen.
And a great job picking it up and giving them great field position. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a run when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime and make the adjustments. They have to do from series to series. But those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the kick by Butker is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
So just like a good three-point shooter of basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
After the field goal, here's Butker to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Leonard Fournette making his way back out there. And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat. Make sure he touches it a few times. But as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
In the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Fournette. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well, get a few stops.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw. Lawrence. DJ Chark, the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. 2nd and 2. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. From the gun, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before the game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Here's Mahomes to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here. 46 seconds remaining in the first half. And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Mahomes now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Mahomes now throw. He's got Thompson here, complete. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes caught. Kelsey left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 1.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. The playoffs are underway. The first of 4 games this weekend. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's remind everybody what's coming up tomorrow in the AFC. We've got the 3-6 game, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals squaring off against the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, it took a little while to get settled in, but we were in for a battle royale in this second half. And to call the action, let's go back to the guys who've been there all year, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game.
Let's go,
Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive, the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really...
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Chris Jones, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll run with Fournette. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have to contend with a 3rd and 13. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. The catch made by James O'Shaughnessy, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a 1st down.
Mahomes now on 1st down. Throw left side complete. Pat Thompson.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz team, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One of the selling points of the in route is against the quarterback, a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. From 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score starting second half.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This field at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the dump off. It's second down. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun give to Fournette. And from 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Now Thompson fights loose, and it's a fumble.
Wow, that ball is knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Mahomes. This one complete to Smith. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. He was looking again for Kelsey there on that play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got his tight end, O'Shaughnessy. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Well, look, this is a team, Charles. They faced adversity all year long. They had to fight and claw to win that division. But they're putting it all together here in the wild card game.
Feels like a statement, doesn't it? An absolute statement game, a message to the top seeds. Overlook us at your own peril. We're pretty darn good.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Bucker on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out come the Jags. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the side and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. That's out to his running back, Flynn. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Logan Cook now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserved a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with the coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Set to take over, Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. How do you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this ride. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jaguars come to the line to start the next drive. And right now these guys they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with punting the football away.
Yes, you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try to fashion together a drive.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost a football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Pressure gets to him and down it goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Chris Jones in there to get it again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. And you hate to say it for the rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Watch out for him on return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs. But this lead, yes, they're at home. But this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have a change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest. So finally, at this stage of the game, He lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down, but I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold, and finally the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right, his longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. On first down, Thompson. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here on a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So now that the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that's caught. It's Kelsey. Touchdown, Kansas City. Travis Kelsey sending his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing, finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Butker now to add the extra point. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
And here now the offense heading back out there. And down the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. By the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's wonder he's still moving around back to the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Back to throw. Lawrence. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, Lawrence. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been the first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
We got 3. Get it.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Lawrence. The open man is Westbrook. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The open man is short. It's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 38-yard line.
This has to go down as one simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So here's the 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Lawrence. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. On first down, Lawrence. He completes it to Westbrook. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Pittsburgh.
Hey, they're scared. They're scared.
Sit up. Sit up.
Mike 5-2.
They go jet sweep here with Chark, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop it behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
2nd goal from the 6 this time.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day.
Ready?
2nd and 6. And it's caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while, but when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it up to the 25 on the touchback. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams, they put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, it's Thompson, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Oh, able to avoid him. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points in it.
And a loose football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, you know, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from the first one and blew out the Seahawks.
Now this one over the middle in the hands of his tight end, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Down. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Cut up.
On first and 10, Lawrence. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over the 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Check backer. Check the backer.
Stop.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Looking to throw on second down. Lawrence. And he's got it. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll try to punch it in to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They got it second and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's Fournette.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play, stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Maybe one final chance here to make this a bit more respectable as he'll go for it on 4th and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively, we do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 19-yard line.
Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
Well, 1 win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brennan Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.